ago. Ago. So today, I intend to use mathematical formulas, concepts, and expressions to tell a story in the Bible. I intend to use lyrical gymnastics with mathematical linguistics to explain a parable without doing what I term as a change of subject. And so I hope I may proceed. So once upon a time, there lived a boy who was born in the realm of multiplication and addition. He was dwelling in a realm that knew no reduction, deduction, or subtraction, as long as he kept abiding with his father's instruction. He was dwelling in a realm that knew no reduction. And I'll say that he was dwelling in a realm where everything was a probability and not an impossibility, because his father was the creator of all possibilities and all positivities. Until one day, this boy confronted his father and asked him to divide a proper fraction of his property according to simple ratio and proportion, so that he can now take a portion of that proportion away from the surface area of his father's circumference and now be able to take his own bearings according to his own volitions and his own influence. But little did he know that efficiency without God's sufficiency is an automatic deficiency. Little did he know that a vision will always be prone to division when that vision lacked provision, like submission and supervision. And so the father made many attempts to reach out to his son, knowing by logical reasoning that the path chosen by his son was a standard deviation away from the normal, and that all his efforts will end in a course 90. But again, he realized that no amount of statistics was enough to change the mode and frequencies at which his son was deviating from the normal. And so he divided a proper fraction of his property, and his son moved to a faraway country. There he began to differentiate himself from his elements and his own identity. He began to integrate himself into a society where everyone saw him as a useless non-entity. He became valueless. He became an absolute zero. And just like any figure without a denominator, he became undefined. As undefined as he was deprived to live and operate in a standard form. Until one day, this boy said to himself that instead of him to give an expression to a life that was so undefined, he would rather go back to his father, ask for forgiveness, and begin it all from square one. And as the father began to calculate the steps of his son from afar, as the father began to sense its rigid motions from afar, he began to run toward the child and made him not just a remainder to just a number, but rather a member of his chosen number. Ladies and gentlemen, it does not matter how far you have gone astray. It does not matter how much of the Father's possession you have taken away. It does not matter how long you have kept trying to figure out your way. The Lord is coming your way today, and He's saying that please come back and stay. In fact, this is a story of a boy who moved out of his father's protection, who left with his father's possession, lived a life of solitude and perversion, became poorer and catered for pigs as a profession, and has now come to the realization, after a sober reflection, that his life needed a redirection and his soul needed a resurrection. Ladies and gentlemen, your situation can never be greater than this. And so remember your Creator in the days of your youth, until the time where there will be no hope and time for men to cope. And so be still and know that He is God. This is not a sermon, for I am not a preacher. This is not a lesson, for I am not a teacher. This is just a message, for I am just a messenger. Yours truly, Dela the poet. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, there you have it, Dela the optimistic poet. Wow, he is from the Sally's Memorial School, and I know they are super proud of him right now. Auntie Paulina, you blew a kiss to him.
Dela, 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 Dela. Do you know when you perform, it literally touches our soul. Your diction on point. Your performance beyond. And all I would say is, my darling, God has blessed you and keep it up.
Rap Doctor. Rap Doctor, please, what do you have to say about this performance?
I would say that you have given us back to back intelligent poems from the beginning of this whole competition till the end. And each one of those themes or concepts was so well conceptualized that it never left my mind. So today, you have done it again, and I would say your job will not be equal to course 90. Thank you.